What is going on, everybody? I'm back at it again with another one of these clay table videos. This is one of my favorite ones that I've built so far. You guys seem to really enjoy these, so I'm going to start filming more of them. This one, like I said, is one of my favorites. If you guys have watched any of my videos, you know that my philosophy on cold email and just cold outreach in general is always about providing value first, right? So one of my best performing campaigns is literally just reaching out to people and saying, hey, would you like me to build you a lead list? That's it. Um, and there's friction involved in that. Again, it's a great offer. It works. Steal it if you guys want. But the issue is like they need to respond back to me and say yes. And like sometimes even give me some more information of like who they're looking to target. And there's friction involved in that. Anytime you're asking someone to do something, there's friction involved in that, right? Even when you send someone an email, there's friction involved in you asking them to open the email. They have to click on the email, right? So again, with these clay tables and like with my entire philosophy, it's all about figuring out how can we reduce that friction as much as possible while also providing as much value as possible, right? And this is where you see, the best conversion across the board. This is just in business in general. So I was thinking, what if I could reach out to people with leads already in the email. So instead of saying, hey, would you like me to build you a lead list? Just reaching out and saying, hey, I did research on your company. Here's 3 leads that I think would make the most sense for you. If you'd like more of these, let me know. We can hop on a call and I'll give you a list of 1,000 or 5,000, whatever, So I think with their, again, they're opening up an email and it's like, boom, here's a person's name, company name, LinkedIn, and email and phone number of people that my sales team can just reach out to. And it's like, this guy just randomly emailed me this. Yeah, I'd be willing, like, if assuming those leads are actually good and they enjoy them, it's like, would you like more of this? Yeah, I would. This is like a huge common misconception I hear a lot of people say is like when I say like give away everything for free, they're like, well, if I give away everything for free, they're not going to want more of it. It's the most ridiculous belief to have. It's like, going to a restaurant and being like, hey, I'm going to give you, a sample or even a free meal of our best dish and you loved it. Are you just going to be like, all right, I'm never going back to that restaurant because I've already had the best dish in the world once. I don't need it again. It's like people want more good stuff. Like if you give them good stuff, they want more of it. So just give it away for free in the first place so they can taste your good stuff. And then they're always going to be coming back for more. Anyway, I'm going to get off my soapbox there for a minute because I can get very passionate about that kind of stuff. But that's the philosophy of this campaign. We want to be able to send emails to people with leads already in the email to provide value first, immense value first. Nobody's doing this. Nobody. Like, yeah, there's probably people out there doing it, but it's not a very popular thing. Like, this will be a very unique email and will catch attention. So, again, there's hidden columns in here, like first name, title. So, again, just upload wherever you're getting your data from. Apollo, you scraped it from Google Maps, whatever. Upload that to here. Really, all you need is these 4 columns. So company, industry, website, and country. That's it. So what we're doing from here is then giving this information to ChatGPT, and it's writing a company description. So get an idea of what this company does, right? So for here, retention.com specializes in providing solutions for e-commerce brands to enhance customer relationships. If you guys don't know what retention.com is, one of my favorite startups, shout out Adam Robinson. They essentially install a cookie on your website. Any anonymous visitors that come to the website, they're able to collect data on them, like their name, email, things like that. And then you're able to remarket to these people, right? So even if they're not filling out a form or whatever, you're able to get data on them, remarket to them. So from there, what we're doing is we're giving it back to ChatGPT with this company description, being like, hey, here's the company. Here's what they're all about. Take a wild guess as to what job titles, their sales team would reach out to in an outbound campaign, right? So it makes sense here that we're seeing e-commerce manager, marketing manager, customer relationship manager. These are probably the people or the decision makers involved in making the decision to bring on a software like this, right? So from here, what we're doing is we're trying to find ideal partnerships. So we're giving it the company, the country, and the website, and we're saying, hey, try and figure out a couple of websites or companies, I should say, that this would be a good use case for, right? So we're coming over here and we see like uh, SB Apparel. I don't know who they are. We'll check out Blue Made. All right, cool. So Blue Made, as you can see here, again, they're a clothing brand. They'd probably want this. They'd probably be a good fit for this. I agree with that. Um, so now we've got what the company does, who they would contact to sell their product, and here's a couple prospects of people that fit this criteria, this ideal customer profile, right? So once we've got that, it's pretty simple and straightforward from this point, right, guys? So at this point, we know the companies that we want to reach out to. Now we just need to find those people. So there's a couple things that you can do here. Again, Clay's got a gazillion of them. I tried 3. Ditagma seemed to be the best. I think Apollo would actually be a little bit better. I'm just not paying for Apollo right now, and you can't use Clay credits for Apollo. You need to use an actual API key. But again, if you pay for like the $40 Apollo plan, you just be able to put in your API key. And essentially what we're doing here is like, again, this is the native find contacts at company in Clay. So what we're doing here is literally just giving it the ICP website, the job titles that we want to reach out to. So again, that's from over here, right? Then the country. But then again, like we could go create, like you can see here all the different data that we can put in here to like make this super, super narrow to enhance the lead quality that we'll be pulling. Now, again, this is kind of a rough draft. It's not the most accurate thing in the world, but again, as time goes on, you can play with this, tweak it, and make it better. But we did that here. Again, you can see here we found 3 people. So like, let's see. We've got Logan Hutchings. And then again, like if we just copy this LinkedIn, check it out. There we go. He's in sales at Enghouse Video, right? So that worked. But again, you can see here we've got a co-founder here. We're not getting too much. Whereas with the Tagma, we are getting a little bit more. Again, only one of them missed here. But again, Apollo, I think would be the best. So what we're doing here with the Tagma, again, just throwing in the ICP. And then I just tried, going for the decision makers. Again, you can do number of employees. And then with Apollo, again, I haven't run this because I don't have the API key. Or I'm not paying for it, so it won't work. And you can just throw in this information. And again, Apollo will return all of that. Now, again, this is only returning their name and their LinkedIn URL, because again, most of these data providers are literally just, most of this data is just coming from LinkedIn Sales Navigator. They're just repackaging this data and reselling it. But what you'd be able to do is then push those people into another Clay table. This is why I love workbooks in Clay now. Push those to another Clay table and then say, find emails on these people, right? So now you'd be able to reach out and send like, hey, here's the person's name, here's their email, and here's their phone number, whatever it may be, or their LinkedIn. Again, I'd kind of try to stay away from the LinkedIn thing, just because I wouldn't want to include 3 links in my email because that's like a big no-no. But as I'm saying this, I think what you'd be able to do is just send it as an HTML plain text. This way it's not actually like one of those blue like clickable links. That being said, I don't know if Outlook or Gmail would pick up on that, even though it's not a clickable link. Like it might be able to recognize just the format of the domain and say that this is a link. I don't think that occurs though. But again, I wouldn't go crazy over this, But if you were to do Apollo, it would also be able to give you the email, I believe. So, I mean, even if you just like, hey, here's their email, their name, and their phone number. Would you like more of these? Plus, I can give you their LinkedIn's, their socials, all that stuff. So, like, again, I'd probably just send them the least amount of data, just enough to like be like, hey, this is like actually pretty good, and then be like, hey, if you want, we can hop on a call, and I can give you 5,000 more people just like this. Plus, I can give you their LinkedIn's, their Twitters, their Facebooks, a bunch of stuff. Um, so yeah, that's it. What I'll also do is I will link this clay table in Skool. So you guys can literally just copy and paste this. You can use this again. You can just plug in your own data. You turn the table on, and it will do it all automatically for you. It's very satisfying to watch when you get one of these clay tables to work, right? And something else you'd also be able to do is, again, like, Detagma, I'm pretty sure, is kind of expensive. Yeah, again, it's 2 clay credits, not crazy, but it's two. And then with Apollo, again, that's an outside subscription, and you only get so many credits with Apollo every single month. So if you really wanted to make this like super robust, what you could do is, because again, I think Find Contacts. Let's see, how much does this cost? Yeah, so this only costs 1 clay credit. So what you would be able to do here is you'd be able to set up a waterfall, is what it's called. So we could start with Find Contacts at Company, because that's only costing 1 clay credit. And then from here, what we could say is, like, again, I didn't set up conditional filters here, but if it doesn't find if it found contacts, the Tagma wouldn't run, Apollo wouldn't run. But for here, this one, it would say, oh, this didn't run, we didn't get anything. Let's try Detagma. Detagma gets something. Okay, Apollo's not going to run. But for this one, for example, we didn't find anyone with the native clay integration. We didn't find anyone with Detagma. Now let's try Apollo. And you could just kind of go down the line, and this would optimize, your spending. You're not doing all Detagma, just burning credits. You're not doing all Apollo, just burning credits. You're using a little bit of everything to really optimize your costs across the board. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna give this a go. I'm gonna throw it into a couple campaigns, send it out to a couple thousand people, see how it goes. But give this a spin. Let me know what you guys think. I hope this was useful. Again, I love cool little ideas like this, like unique stuff, how to be different. So if you guys have any ideas like this, I'm always looking for a challenge. Comment them down below, and I'd be happy to take a shot at it. Try to build one of these clay tables, and then again, as always, I will share it with y'all for free. Cool. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.